just want to give a quick shout out to my patrons. Thank you guys for your constant support with my content to help make it better, and to support me on my YouTube channel and my Twitch by following me or subscribing to me. If you'd like to help support my content to help make it better, you can go to the About section on my YouTube channel or my Twitch page. And thank you guys again for the support, and I hope you enjoy the video.
Hi!
Hey, Crimsonrain. Hey, Crimson.
Yo.
I'm eating pizza.
Nice.
How are you doing?
Oh, I'm so excited.
I'm just asking people not to spoil anything for me during the game.
Oh, I don't plan on spoiling a damn thing. I'm just here to sit back and enjoy. I'm here to enjoy the chaos.
The chaos.
For those who haven't seen this game, you're in for a treat. But also do keep in mind that trigger warning.
Yeah, if you guys have a trigger warning thing going on your side, I would recommend not watching if you guys are triggered by the flashing lights and all that. Right, Crimson?
Mm-hmm.
Is it a spooky trick or sweet treat? I don't know.
Kind of both, but it's really hard to explain. It's kind of something you just have to experience.
Yeah. I will be snacking on my other piece of pizza and my bread off and on, so...
Yeah.
So, there we go. Whatever horrors you might find in these dark spaces, have heart and see through them. There's no premature endings. There are no wrong decisions. There's only fresh perspectives, new beginnings. This is a love story. Oh, great.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a love story.
Okay. How's it look on the stream for you guys?
It's looking good on my end.
Okay, good. New game. The hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the woods.
Oh, good, you
And
narrate.
at the end of that path is a cabin.
There is a narrator.
And in the basement of that cabin,
this entire game was
you're
voiced
here
by
to
2
slay
people.
her.
Oh.
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh. Hold on. Oh. Oh, there's... Oh!
Yeah, there's a lot of choices.
Okay, so we have... the end of the world. What are you talking about? If you consider that maybe the only reason she's going to the end of the world is because she's locked up. I'm gonna go with this one.
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
My brain just went a whole 360 with that entire sequence of words. She's dangerous. She's not dangerous because she's locked up. What do you mean?
And before you decide to waste even more
is
time on asking
kind
how
of
I
the
know
point.
that, let me suggest a more
I think he's
pragmatic
trying
lens
to be
through which to view
intentionally
this
vague.
situation.
Yeah, Big Smoke, I'm gonna just say right now, we are not spoiling. I'm gonna actually put that in the chat. How do I pin in the chat?
I am not sure, to be honest.
No spoiling the game.
Blue Griffin's right. It does kind of sound like Luna Corba.
Oh God, no.
I mean, I can kind of hear it now that I'm hearing it again.
Okay, so there we go. We got it pinned. So that we know what spoils it.
Yep.
Oh great, we're gonna tell Luna Corba later that this game sounds like him.
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
Man, just unfortunate
it's no
that
use arguing
Courtney's not
semantics
here.
over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the
Like,
egg
hey,
is
Courtney.
hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
Okay.
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Why? One of the options is like, forget it, I'm not doing this.
Yeah. You can choose whatever you want.
Do I get a reward for doing something like this?
I'm not sure if I'm at liberty to say.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm just gonna... Yeah,
Yeah,
can
you
someone
can-
else do this?
Unfortunately,
yeah.
you're the only one who can pull this off.
Of course.
I don't make the rules. I wish I did, but I don't.
Seems like you're making the rules.
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress?
Why would we
If
want
anything,
to?
slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Wouldn't a princess also contribute? You know, being the ruler of a kingdom? Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
Sure.
I mean,
Yeah.
maybe some people do, like nihilists or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those.
You don't know that. Maybe I am. You don't know that. You know, at this point, just gonna continue to the cabin. I don't care at this point.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll
Yeah,
find
you can
the
do
princess with
whatever options you see fit.
a warning before you
So
go
I
any
will.
further.
I'm. This isn't a spoiler or anything, but you might want to keep in mind that having multiple save files might be a good idea.
Okay.
She will lie, she will cheat,
I don't
she
think I
will
will,
do
though.
everything in her power to
I
stop
kind
you
of,
from
you know,
slaying
wanted
her.
to do a run the way I want
Don't
to, like
believe a
with
word
Ib
she
and all
says.
that I did in Mermaid Swamp.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not
Actually,
slay them.
the game's endings are kind of dependent on doing multiple runs. To be honest.
Yeah, I think I'll just do the one run and just call it that.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Ignore the hero, it's fine. I mean, we only have one option here.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted
Also, I
in
just
a fine
gotta
layer
say,
of dust.
to this day, I still love
only
the art
furniture
style of
of
this
note
game.
is a plain wooden
Yeah.
table.
Also, don't mind
Perched
me,
on
I'm
that table
paying attention,
is
so
a
I'm just getting
pristine
my
blade.
pizza ready for me to eat, because I want to eat
Yeah.
this last piece of pizza, and then all I have are breadsticks in here, I want to try and save the rest of my pizza for tomorrow for when I get home from class, so I don't want to eat it all. But I'd rather eat all my bread.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
We can just directly enter the basement. Yeah, I'll take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Okay.
Yeah, you can.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an
Here's the
unseen
thing with
light
me,
in the
though.
room below.
I have been through multiple runs of this game, and now I have all these lines memorized
the air feels
verbatim.
heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Okay.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous.
I don't
It's
trust
almost
it.
as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Yeah.
Sorry. Getting stuff moved around here. Just checking in on you. Hey, I think I'm here to kill you. I like these three options. They're funny. Yeah, I'm doing this.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Sure.
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero.
You gave me choices.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really
Again,
a threat to the
I'm sorry
world?
if I'm saying these late, but delay, obviously.
You're fine.
Focus on the task at hand.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
Yeah, sure. I was just gonna come down and have a party with you.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
I don't know about that. You're kind of suspicious, so.
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare.
You can't see it right now. You can't see it, but I am shaking right now.
It's fine. We can decide
You have no
what we want
idea
to
how
do
much of an
after
effect
we
this
talk
woman
to
has
her.
had on me.
Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
I don't trust you, so nope.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me?
Yes.
Because you should be.
You even admit it.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Don't you call me out, woman.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Oh, shush you.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
How? What would you do? You're chained up.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now,
question.
it'll be too late. End this.
There's a lot of options here.
Wait.
You're so close. Don't give up. You've come this far. Now, this is a good idea. Maybe we can de-escalate things.
That's not what I said.
Oh, threatened, are we? You poor thing. Drop the knife, and of course we can talk.
Yeah, this would be a smart option. I'm not dropping the blade.
Then I'm not talking to you.
You're a jerk. You know that?
Who, the narrator or the princess?
The princess. I guess we're at an impasse. I'm not dropping the blade. I don't trust this girl.
You stare at the princess, squinting.
Well, there is always option 4.
Does outright kill her and end the game?
You'd be
She
surprised.
squints back.
The two of you are gonna do this forever, aren't you?
And I'm gonna save one. Save.
Yeah, good idea.
Let's see what happens if I drop the blade.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clack.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. Unarmed.
This
Like the
character
intro
is so
said.
stupid.
We'll be fine.
Like the intro said, there are no wrong choices.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
Thank you for reminding me I dropped the blade.
So here we are.
Yeah,
What an awkward start to
the
a
narrator's very
relationship.
petty that way.
What the? A relationship? Are you coming on to me? No. I'm more concerned what your name is.
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
No, I just want to know your name. That's all I want to know.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
Okay, we talked enough. Yeah, that has not been that long. This seems like a stupid idea, but I'm gonna do this.
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
Okay. How long have we been down here?
Too long.
Again, she offers no specifics. No
She
matter
has a
how
point.
hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
Okay.
Don't just tell her that.
What? It was an option!
That's cute. Do you believe that? Do you think I'm some sort of monster?
At this point, yes.
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
No, they've been very vague.
Yep. that is kind of the point. It kind of helps build the dread.
No, but I'm sure they have their reasons for keeping the information secret from me. No, and if I'm being honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than I am than I'm inclined to trust them. I mean, this kind of makes more sense.
Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have your best interests at heart.
Sure, narrator.
Hopefully
Yeah.
sooner.
I don't trust you, narrator. I don't trust you more than I don't trust the princess.
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We
No.
can figure out how to deal with them after I'm free.
No.
Trust me, you're not the only one. Nobody trusts the narrator. just as much as they don't trust the princess.
Saving again, guys. I don't know what this would do.
Yep.
Fine. What do you want to know?
It's entirely up to you.
Well, I can only ask you one question.
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then.
No, I just
I'm
walked
sure there's
into
a
the
key somewhere
house.
around here, and if there isn't... well, we can always put that knife to good use.
I don't like the euphemism that you just gave me, no.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade.
She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right?
Why do I think she's suggesting to cut off her hand? Why am I thinking that right now, Crimson?
I don't know.
I'm thinking of that new... Because I watched the new episode, or the new spin-off for The Walking Dead, the Ones Who Live.
Mhm.
And I literally saw... It was the first episode that was released, and I literally saw, like, part of the episode where Rick literally cuts off his own hand, like in the comics.
Mm-hmm.
Because he can't escape from the CRM. And I'm like, dude, you just lost your hand for no reason now at this point.
She is. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, I'm thinking she's going to want to cut off her hand.
I think this is the one time
have
where
you decided what
the
to do
excuse
with
"I
me?"
plead the fifth" would apply.
Yes.
This is the
You
one
know
situation.
why you're here.
I'm gonna save over the old one.
Yep. Whatever you decide.
Let's see what happens.
Oh, you have to be kidding me.
Yeah.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
Yeah. I definitely
don't
do
have
not
the key,
envy these
maybe you should go
voice
looking for it.
actors.
I'm
Yeah.
sure it's somewhere upstairs.
How do you
I mean,
know it's upstairs?
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
I mean, considering how long she's been locked down here, she might have a inkling as
That
to
would be
what.
fine. I can lose an arm.
I was right. She wants to cut off her hand.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding
job.
into place.
Greatest hero ever. Got yourself stuck in the basement with the princess. Good job.
Is someone else here?
Hmm.
I'm gonna save.
Yeah.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Oh, great. The narrator shut us in. Good job. Thank you.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess.
I'm just making
and you
the
won't
narrator
leave
upset.
Until the time. You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs.
It's very
This would have
Stanley
been so
Parable
much easier if
in
you
that
simply
way.
slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
How'd you know?
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
Why? What would the point be? We're both locked down here anyways.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Okay, saving. Save over this, because actually that did nothing. Let's save.
Against your better
Ew.
judgment, You place the blade against the princess's arm, just
I
above
love,
the massive,
I love having
unyielding
your
chain.
reactions without the.
What in the
Immediate
world is up
context.
with your hands? What are you? You're not even a hero, you're just a freaking creature. Explain to me the arm.
I'll explain at the end. Trust me.
You cut into her flesh.
I'm not a character in the game. You're allowed to trust me on this one.
Okay.
The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls
That's
the
not how
bleeding stub
knives
of her
work
arm
on
through
flesh.
The iron gauntlet.
That's not how the body works.
She didn't so much as
No,
utter a
it does
sound.
not.
Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Yeah, I don't trust you.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
I can't wait to see how you're thinking you're gonna get out of here. You locked us in.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world.
You have some trauma going through your mind, narrator.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Are you controlling me now? What the heck?
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Oh, really? Excuse me? This is not a fair choice.
You bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. Finally. Okay.
I think you can
There's
scroll
no going
down
back
further,
now.
though.
What?
Though the blade left a deep gash in her shoulder, she barely so much as flinches, turning around to stare at you incredulously.
Oh.
Are you serious?
I had no choice. He forced me to do it.
I don't know what came over you, but if we're
I think
doing
you could
this,
scroll down a bit,
I guess I'll
actually.
have to kill you.
Oh, okay, hold on. Oh, I can't do anything.
Do you think I need both of my arms to do that? I can beat you to death with one. But I don't have to tell you that. I'll go ahead and show you.
Yeah. But don't worry, this will probably lead to another route. Don't worry. Again, no wrong choices here.
As the blade falls from your trembling hands, the princess rears back, readying a bone-shattering haymaker. You fall to your knees, barely able to process the ringing in
Thank
your ears
you.
before she hits you again. Every blow is as punishing as the first. You
To be
feel
fair-
bones shatter with every
To be fair,
impact,
I would
unknown
react like that too
ruptures
if someone tried to
blossoming with
stab me in the
blood
back.
somewhere inside of you.
Mhm.
If we're lucky, the wound you manage to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, we'll kill her before she gets out.
Oh, too weak to even try fighting back. How
They look bird-like.
disappointing.
Yeah, they do, Blue Griffin. They look very bird-like. Are we a griffin? What the heck?
She places
I
a confident
promise
heel on
I
your
will
chest
explain.
and pushes you down to the ground.
I promise.
Her knee falls to your throat, your windpipe crushed beneath a weight you didn't think her slight form could possibly possess. It can't just end like this, right?
I mean, can, yeah.
I'm sorry, but it's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh, thanks. Oh, fun.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Wait, what?
And in the basement of
Yeah,
that cabin
multiple chapters, baby.
is a princess.
God damn it.
You're here to slay her. If you don't,
Yeah, each
it
run
will
has
be the
multiple
end
chapters.
of the world.
Oh, fun. I'm getting a sense of deja vu. Yes.
Terrible sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here.
No, it hasn't.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
Yeah.
What does it matter what he knows? There's nothing we can do to stop her. She's just going to kill us again.
Okay.
She is not going to kill you unless you let her. But slaying the princess and saving the world is going to be much more difficult than
There's
it has
also a
to
new
be
voice.
if you spend the whole time second-guessing yourself.
Sure. I'm not gonna be able to talk you out of this,
Warning.
narrator.
Before you go any further, she will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her.
This is more than you told me
Don't
last
believe a
time.
word she says. We might as well just
Yep.
pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us.
This is actually verbatim what he said last time.
Yeah.
Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge? I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic. You're being annoying.
Wait. I'm confused. We had narrator, voice of the hero, voice of the broken. What the? Why?
Just ignore their bickering.
I will
and whatever
explain,
you
I
do,
swear.
Don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely
it'll
catastrophic that
become
will be for everyone.
It's
yourself
easier to
included.
explain at the end of
I
the
agree.
run.
If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world on a silver platter. Rescue her? Given the stakes of the situation, there isn't really a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. Either would be terrible.
Yeah, you want to explain how?
So please try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the world. Let's not make this harder than it has to be.
Okay.
If that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say here. The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Just so you know, I haven't actually seen this route, so I literally cannot tell you anything about this route if
I chose a route that you don't know about. Great.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Why do we feel so small?
Arena Giant's house? What the heck?
We don't feel small.
I mean, I
are
vaguely know what is in there, but I don't. It's just I haven't actually gone through.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
I'm always taking the blade because I don't know what's going to happen.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's the altar, the blade sitting on the altar, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
Have you noticed the mirror?
Yeah, I see a mirror. Narrator, you're kind of losing your mind.
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
Yeah, narrator, you want to say it again?
Who cares if there's a mirror? We're all going to die anyway. And I'm sure that if we
Very
looked
optimistic.
in there,
Sheesh.
we'd just see something sad and miserable looking back at us. We don't need any reminders of what we are. It would only make things worse.
Sure.
I mean,
For the last
the guy is
time,
called
we're
the
not going
voice
to
of the
die unless you
broken.
let it happen. And luckily for you, there isn't a mirror, so no one needs to worry about confronting a grisly visage any time in the near future. Though, for what it's worth, if there were a mirror, I'm sure that you wouldn't find anything sad or miserable in it looking back at you. You probably look perfectly normal.
Define normal.
Probably. Do you not know what we look like? He knows. He just doesn't have the heart to tell us.
Yeah, what's your definition of normal, narrator?
I just I'm holding off for now. I just
This is very, like, off topic of the situation at hand here, people. Like, what the heck?
Please don't. I'd rather the princess kill us again than see how dreadful we are.
Kill us again? So you're very aware of the situation.
I care less about what we look like and more about whether we're being lied to. If he's willing to lie about something as innocuous as a mirror, what else is he hiding from us? I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless?
Okay, wait till the end. Wait till the end. I have to constantly remind myself to wait till the end so I can explain everything.
I'm saving. Let's see what happens if I look in the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement.
Find out.
It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. We should count ourselves lucky. Some things are better left unseen.
Well, fine. We're going to the basement. Why not?
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of
that typically
incense
is the only
drifts up
thing
from
left to
below.
do.
Yeah.
For a moment,
Oh,
this
I
is
clicked it
actually
too soon.
kind of nice. It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
Why is it Chrysalis?
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time.
And this is my first time hearing this particular princess.
Yeah, it legit sounds like Chrysalis.
We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her. Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago, you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there. It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. So if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
Only option.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess towers over you,
hi.
almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall. The chain is nothing
All
to
I
her.
want to do
It
is
might
see
as
you
well
turn
be a
into
toy
a
for all the
giant
good it would do.
woman.
I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants.
You remember us.
You brought that knife
yeah.
again. Even though you know it's
almost
useless.
like the narrator isn't
Such charming
being
audacity.
100% truthful with you.
Yeah.
Drop it.
Sure. Last time I tightened it.
The blade slips from your fingers and clatters uselessly to the floor. We didn't have to do that,
Nah.
and yet you did.
Fourth wall breaking narrator. I like it.
She's so much more than us. You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence. Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
Kneel.
I can be like, no. No, I don't want to.
But the words don't leave your mouth.
Well then.
Instead,
What was the
your
point?
legs buckle and your knees hit the floor.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk?
Last time we talked, you killed me.
The last time we met, you told me I was destined to end the world.
That thought wrapped itself around my heart. It has pulled at me since the moment I squeezed the life out of your broken
I know this
lungs.
paints a weird picture of me, but why is her voice and tone make her sound so hot?
God damn it. Great. Now I'm gonna freaking find fan art for you later.
I could feel
I'm
its
sure it
fundamental
exists.
truth awaken me. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new. And the world as it is now is overdue for alterations. It's time for me to seize my destiny.
Yeah, every time you want to get me to stop teasing you, just DM me a picture of the tower.
Yeah, I will.
Well, that gives away the game, doesn't it? It certainly does. And beyond that, it more than lends credence to our conversation in the woods. I don't love the thought that in some other reality you failed to destroy her, but what's done is done. I can only hope it helped you learn a valuable lesson. You are the only one who can deal with her. And if you don't, well, she's let you know what will happen, hasn't she? Then you shouldn't have trusted us with her destruction. She is inevitable. Can't you feel it? He's being melodramatic, but he's not exactly wrong, is he? What are we supposed to do to stop her?
I'll be right back.
Yeah. So, chat, how's it going? How's your weekend's been? I've been looking forward to this day. I've been looking forward to this day for a long time. Because you have no idea how smug I felt when she announced that she was going to be playing this game. I'm like, ooh, I've got to be here for this. And she hasn't seen some of the things I've seen in this game. Some of the real creepy shit.
I have come back.
Welcome back.
Okay. First things first, you're going to have to stuff those pessimistic thoughts someplace far, far away and commit yourself to what
I've
needs
just
to
been
be
smugly
done.
bragging to your chat.
Oh, yeah?
The stakes of the situation should be perfectly clear to everyone now. If you're going to save the world, you have to have faith that you can pull this off. You can't win a battle that you've already lost in your mind.
Okay. Just because you're supposed to end the world doesn't mean you actually have to do it. You can be whatever you want to be. She'll probably say, I want to kill it.
I wouldn't put it past her.
What happened to you after I died? I'm yours to command. Plead yourself to her. Why?
It's up to you.
You know, fine.
Also,
Your will
also that's
was
pledge.
so easily broken. Am I that magnificent?
Sure, tell yourself that.
All you need to do now is break my chains.
If this is what you want, then I guess there's not much else for me to say.
Oh god, they're making the image even worse for you now.
Hold on, I haven't gotten there yet. Oof. Don't judge me. I know what I like.
No, you can't just give in to her. Not when the stakes are so high. Not when you're so close. I won't let you do this.
There's still something in the way. A greasy film inside of you where it doesn't belong. Trying to conceal you
Not sure
from
what you
me.
can do.
Okay.
Is that a person?
I was more referring to the narrator.
No, it used to be a person. It's something different now. An echo.
Is she talking about you? That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
You're a small one,
Okay.
aren't you?
I feel called out.
A shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits, trying to control things that it can't understand.
Okay.
No. What are you talking about? I'm just...
I don't care what you are. You're mine.
Okay then.
Yeah.
What the heck was that type of scream? That was such a lame scream.
Rise, my little bird.
Dude, with the amount of lines this man
hesitation,
had to record, I
walk to
don't
your
blame him
feet.
for phoning one in.
Break my chains.
And how are we supposed to do that? All we have is a blade.
Do the same thing you did last time. It worked.
All you need to do is believe it's been done.
I don't like that. I don't like the way they both said it. Nope. And what if I don't believe? What happens then? I have to. It's over. I'm sorry.
Her chains shatter.
I'm
and
choosing the
cuff
worst ending,
falls
probably.
from her wrist.
Rest.
She is loose,
There's really no
and
worse
the
end.
end is upon
upon
us.
us. What a good disciple you are.
Oh god, now she sounds like Alice Angel.
It's
No.
time for us to leave.
Yeah, Alice Angel mentions the whole disciple thing, like errand boy situation. No. Now you're giving me Alice Angel vibes. No.
Trying to remember who Alice Angel is.
From Benny and the Ink Machine.
Oh.
But you do not take her hand. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her place.
She's gone.
Oh yeah.
Where did she go?
We're getting close.
Should we
I
try
swear
and
to offer
find
an
her?
explanation as soon as possible. We are getting
There's that
close.
mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
The narrator's gone. Yeah.
Yes. Does that mean the world ended? Figures the world would end and leave us with all of this nothing. I'm begging you, don't do this. It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final. I don't want to look at us.
He approached the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. I don't want to look at us.
The voice feels small. The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you.
Yep.
You are alone in a place that is empty. It's quiet here. Oh, hi. You are at the cabin.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
What are you? Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you trapped? Wait, are you what trapped me here? Oh, never mind. Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
Okay.
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
I mean, kinda?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
Not really in this case.
What do you think I am? I don't know what I am.
I think that you are like me.
Last time I checked, you don't have claws.
We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
I just a little further, and I just talked to her a little bit more, and I promised to
We
explain.
could just destroy our... Hold on, I'm saving. We can either attack or destroy.
Yeah, it's completely up to you.
Your will cuts across the entity in front of you, but nothing happens.
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now.
Okay. You raise your will to end your life, but as it buries into the space your body should be, you feel nothing at all. One of the many hands in front of you reaches forward and gently touches the side of your face.
There's nowhere for you to be but here.
You won't let me kill myself. Good job. Thank you. Okay. Well, fine.
Yeah,
I have only just now
she has
stirred
something to
to
ask.
consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free. You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
I'm trying to find a good place to try and explain what's going on.
You are the only thing I have ever known.
We're going in circles at this point, lady.
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us. I know only that they are. Nothing as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom. You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
You mean somatic. What are you gonna do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
Fine.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
Well, what was the point of giving me that option?
You won't.
Sheesh. Everything goes dark and you die. Okay.
You're on
Okay.
a path in the woods.
So,
At the end of that path is a cabin. And in the
So,
basement of that cabin
here
princess.
is my best attempt to try and explain what's going on.
Please, try to explain to me. I'm very confused.
So, the narrator is essentially like fragments of some ancient deity.
Okay.
You're here to slay
And-
her. If you don't,
And
it will be the end
what
of the world.
your character, and the princess are two like fundamental forces that he created for a certain purpose.
Okay.
Your character is an entity known as the Long Quiet, which was that place you visited in the end that you just were. That was basically inside your own mind. Where sorry, I had to mute the stream so I couldn't be distracted by hearing myself in stereo. So anyways, after that, the princess is something called the Shifting Mound. And she was created by the narrator to essentially be the embodiment of death. And he made her this way, and the reason he wants us to slay her is so he can, because this way we will be able to remove the concept of death from reality as a whole.
Okay. I'm gonna go back to this one and see what happens when I scroll all the way down like you wanted me to originally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so basically...
Oh, whoops, I went to the wrong one.
But...
Go here.
Yeah, that's a little too far back. Let me see. Trying to think of
I did save the princess.
Against you, you cut into her. The blade
Yeah,
is sharp. She
you
didn't
can-
so much as free from her. How is she so...
Thank you.
Yeah, you can choose the...
No. We
Save
won't
the
have
princess
any of that.
or
As
slay
the
her.
princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps
Basically,
forward. Wait,
your main
this
goal is
isn't
to
fair.
try
Watch
and
me.
piece all the pieces of the princess back together.
Warn her.
Stop that.
All right.
I
Yeah.
thought this was a little
Yeah,
too
warn her.
easy.
That's what you want to do.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect.
Okay.
Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
You didn't do a good job last time.
The blade. Move the blade.
No.
Yeah.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you?
It's...
I can see the
Yeah,
conflict
you
in
can
your
do it
eyes. I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck.
This is the end, isn't it?
I thought
Yeah.
we were helping her.
I'm afraid it is.
We kind
Everything
of
goes
are.
dark, and you
This is
die.
kind of our way of helping
I
her.
hope it was worth it.
Okay, now we got a different thing going on.
Mm-hmm.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that
Hello to the
path
4 viewers that we
is a
have.
cabin.
We're doing Slay the Princess,
And in
trying
the
to do
basement of
multiple
that
endings
cabin
here.
Is a princess.
Yep. Here we have our second route.
You're here to
Hey,
slay
Azor.
her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Well, technically this is part, like, the second one that we did. Well, third
Yeah,
one.
this is our... Yeah, this... Well... No, this is technically our second route from
Here.
4.
I just hear corpse.
I think this is one I did get, I believe.
I just hear corpse husband in my head right now from that thing.
I can assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, You're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago.
This sounds like something
Weird
Luna
how-
Corva would. This sounds like something Luna Corva would say.
It is weird to think that
Don't
that
forget what he did
even
to
though
us the
Azur
last
wasn't
time
here
around.
until now,
I
that he
wouldn't trust
perfectly
a word out
predicted
of
my
his
reaction
mouth.
to the tower.
There's got to be a way out of it.
Ooh, we
for
got
us
the
and
voice
for
of the skeptic
princess.
now.
We just have to keep
Yep.
trying.
Every route
I'm inclined to
basically
agree.
gives birth
If he doesn't
to a
remember
new
what happened
voice.
last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. Those are two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
How'd you know?
Heck
The absolute irony.
off, Dad. I'll do what I want.
That's one way to put it, I guess.
I am a free person. I can do whatever I want, narrator. You're not the boss of me.
You really don't remember what happened last time, do you? You practically forced the princess to kill us. That doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd do, which is honestly all the more reason for you to not
I mean,
buy
if you
into
think
whatever
about it,
self-delusions the three of you are crafting.
The narrator is technically our dad in this scenario.
Yeah, exactly.
But this is a thought experiment, so I suppose I'll continue to give you the benefit of the doubt. If I did practically force the princess to kill you, it was probably for a good reason. Did you try and free her? Did you say something really mean to me?
Did you say something really mean to me?
You probably deserved it. I'm a professional, after all.
Did you say something really mean to me? I don't know. Did I?
Sure you are. Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather
No way
dangerous
he said
assumption
that.
that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That
What's
sounds
the point
pretty
of doing
consequence-free to
anything?
me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself? Or were
Probably.
you instead transported to a different world entirely?
Probably. Both of those are very likely.
If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
I don't know.
Do you think the people there lived happily ever after?
in-
Or
in
do you
answer
think
to
the
that
princess,
question,
left unhindered, brought about the
it's
end to
more the
everyone
latter.
and everything,
Yeah.
just like I told you she would?
It definitely is the latter.
What a conveniently ambiguous group of things for her to ruin. For all we know, the princess left the cabin and never saw another soul. Oh, how I wish that were the case, but if the princess weren't a certain, inevitable threat to the world, the four of us wouldn't be here. And yet, here we are. You're talking in circles.
He's got a point.
No, I'm talking in facts.
Fine, proceed to the cabin. Not much else I could do.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
You told us this before.
Yes,
Yep.
don't believe a word she
Again,
says.
this-
Just go in.
because
take
of the
knife,
nature of how
and
this
do
game
what you're
works.
supposed to.
There is a
Wink.
lot of repeating dialogue.
Did you just say wink out loud?
That's the point.
He's like, did you just say wink out loud?
No, I didn't. Wink.
Yes, you did. You just did it again. Oh my god.
Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess. The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon.
Oh,
A few
okay.
pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold,
The
uninviting
skeptic's channeling
stone
Trixie.
walls, and wrought iron
Yeah, a
bars
little bit.
barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement.
I swear,
You'll need it if
with
you
all
want
the
to do
jokes
this
we're
right.
making, this is just going to turn into a pony game, I swear.
Oh, I didn't want to. No! I didn't want to. No, go to the next page. Do you have such story when people were walking in line and someone suddenly stopped walking and all the people bumped into each other? I don't know, but thank you for joining the stream. I'm very confused.
So am I.
Last time we looked at the mirror was not that good, so I'm gonna just take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Man, maybe by playing this game, our own Eldritch Horror story is beginning.
Good idea. Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone. Very different. Yes, but why? Did he change it? Or did it change all on its own? Maybe it's a different cabin entirely.
We don't know this.
Now isn't that a novel thought? Maybe you haven't actually been here before.
I hate
hope
the
this means
narrator.
you'll finally drop your ridiculous past life nonsense.
You're not the only
You
one.
haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
I hate the narrator so much.
So focus up.
Yeah.
Don't get distracted by minor details.
Well, it's kind of hard to call him a real antagonist. He's
The door
probably
to
the
the
closest
basement
thing.
creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
You sound very unenthused about anything.
Does she remember us? You walk down the stairs
Oh!
and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar
Hi.
around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap.
Yeah.
So
Trying
much
to
for cutting
remember
her
if
out
I've
of
done
here.
this one.
Do you hear yourself right now? Cutting her out of here never should have been on the table.
Yeah.
Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
That was there last time too, wasn't it?
It was.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Not sure I need to do much of anything. Do you see how locked up she is? I'm just going to leave her here. I'm gonna save.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There is fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
Okay. Interesting.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
She's very aware of things.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
Yeah. Everyone remembers from chapter 1 to chapter 2. It's only after the shifting mound sends you back to the very beginning that everyone forgets.
Oh, are we talking about that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But sure, I'll fill you in. Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them. And now you're back.
Is that really all she knows?
Apparently, that's all she knows.
It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how. I guess what you said back in the woods really was true.
Man, this
As much
version
as
of
I
the
would
princess
like to
talks
remain
the
in
same way I
denial,
do when I
it's no
play
use.
imposter.
This has complicated
I just realized that,
things.
yeah.
It's complicated things how, exactly? Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency. A contingency for what? For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck. Now hold on, if you knew this could happen, why didn't you believe us back in the woods? Why lay out all those hypotheticals? We didn't have to talk in circles. I needed you to believe this was your first time here, even if that wasn't the truth. I hoped if I pushed back hard enough, I could cram this seeping mess back into the bottle. And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative. That's pathetic.
Okay.
I never said I wasn't.
Interesting.
I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that. Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky, so don't waste that luck by messing it up again. All right? Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark? The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that. I won't.
I really can't unhear it now. All I hear is Luna Corva.
God damn it.
Fine. But you won't get another word from me on the matter.
Just
Why
send a
would
message
you
to
do this
Lunicorn and be
to me?
like, hey, we didn't know you voiced in a game.
Yeah, sure. We'll see about that. Just give it a rest. This isn't helping.
Focus.
I
This
don't
is a
have him in.
serious
I don't
situation.
have him in my DMs.
You shouldn't
do
be
it.
daydreaming.
I'm busy. You can just ping him in the VC and be like, hey, didn't know you were voicing in a game.
I also wanted to try and follow the rules of not pinging people out of nowhere.
I don't know, but you could always try it on.
No, thank you.
Maybe it'll fit.
No, don't give me that look. No.
I hope I don't actually have to say
If
this,
you
but
want to, I'll
please don't
ping
lock
him.
yourself in
I'll
chains.
ping him right
We
now.
need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
And I'm deciding against this. I don't want Snake
I
to yell at
wouldn't
me.
do that if I were you.
What do you mean?
And why is that?
Well, because he's not here, he's not gonna know the context of me just pinging Luna Corva
Do I even need
randomly.
to explain myself? It's a shackle and it's one without a key.
Just
Do
put
you
in the
want to be stuck
Orcapod
here
saying,
like
"Oh,
sheets?
I didn't know Luna Corva was like in a game." Just like don't even ping him. Just be like, just put it as a normal text.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can do that.
And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it? I don't know. Maybe it will. He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate. But what if he's telling the truth?
Has he ever told the truth to us before? Probably not.
He isn't. I am.
Okay, there it is.
Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity. I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next.
What is that supposed to mean? It sounds bad. Is it bad?
Yes, it's bad.
Come out and say it then. You're just wasting time.
Fine. As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp, as if pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hands, snapping around your neck. And, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent skittering across the floor of the basement.
Excuse me?
Yes?
Are we stuck here now?
Yes.
At least the princess isn't alone now.
Huh, so it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny.
What are we supposed to do now?
Can't even cut ourselves out. Guess we'll starve.
That's horrible.
It's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information.
Don't touch the chain.
Not to touch things we're specifically told not to.
No, that there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
Yep. Wait, I guess. Maybe something else will happen. Maybe not.
This princess is very optimistic.
I wouldn't say
Yep.
optimistic.
That's rude.
She is kind of rude.
You and the princess wait in silence, though neither of you knows what you're waiting for. But you're waiting for something. You're waiting for anything.
This is so boring.
There must be something we can do to get out of here. There must be something we're missing.
But there isn't. Time passes. It passes and passes and passes. And the basement of the cabin remains much the same. It is cold and silent.
Okay.
At least the world is safe.
It isn't. You're stuck. Too far away from both the princess and your blade to do much of anything.
But she's not ending anything. She's just sitting there.
Her very existence is a threat. It harms everything around it.
Okay then.
How exactly does that work?
It just does.
But
Your line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time. And after that, even more time passes again.
And let me guess, the cabin remains the same.
if time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work.
I suppose you're correct. Things are changing. The differences are small at first, a bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there, but then they get larger and larger.
I don't like small talk, remember?
Still rude.
You continue to wait in silence, and the cabin continues to change. The decay comes faster now. You can see earth through holes in the stonework, can watch lichen spread along the seams of the walls.
That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happened to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode.
She hasn't starved.
I guess she hasn't.
Okay then.
Even more silent time passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement.
dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid, covering the ground and threatening to swallow you both. Time continues to pass, and pass, and pass.
Yeah.
Until suddenly...
Man, you're finding
there
all the
are
stuff
no
I couldn't.
walls. And?
I think he's gone.
The narrator died. The end.
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us. So this is the outside world. It's cold.
I feel bad for her now at this point. Oh, there's the hands.
Yeah. Yep. You've reunited another piece.
But you don't get a chance to respond. Something has taken her away.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now? It is. Does that mean the world ended?
It must have. Do any of us know what the world ending is supposed to look like?
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear. If there's even a her to find anymore.
Right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing. I'm begging you, don't do this.
That's the only option we have left. You approach the mirror. Yeah, we've already seen that part.
You do this every time you...
Oh. Hi.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift.
Yeah, every
of a
time you
fragile
reunite a piece of
vessel.
the princess, it takes the form of the recent princess.
She
Oh.
is part of me.
Oh, crap.
And
The
part
dialogue's
of
the
me
same.
is her.
Oh.
That's because you, instead of starting a new route, you went back and...
Oh.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt. I have only just now stirred to consciousness.
Okay, we've seen these parts.
You are familiar.
Yeah, this is literally the exact same conversation as before.
You are the space where
It only changes once you've completely started a
Yes.
new route.
this one is cold.
Okay, we're
not
redoing the
more
other one
hurt.
then. You gotta remember
She
what I
doesn't
did.
need to be protected any longer. Nothing.
You could,
There
of course, you could
is
also
no
try
bring
something
me more
different.
perspectives, so that I have not lived. I am not afraid to die. More than you have found, but less than there are to find. She asks that I tell you to
Hello?
remember her. You won't.
That's so loud. Okay, we're going through this again.
Your Honor, you're here.
Yeah. Yeah, this is why I said keeping multiple save files is a good thing.
You make your way up
so
the
that you
short
can
path
keep
to
track
the
of
cabin.
which.
You
Well,
find the
I didn't know that's
princess
what you
with
meant.
a warning before you go any further.
It's fine.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything.
We're not going to go through with this.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I'm gonna try to slay the princess in this one,
All right.
and then we'll do the other
interior
one
of the
after.
cabin is almost the blade.
Yep.
You take the blade from the
Okay. I can tell you right away. This is one I have done.
door to
Like,
the
immediately
basement
slaying
creaks
her?
open. Her voice carries.
Who's there?
Yeah.
She sounds
I've
dangerous.
I've done a
Don't
couple
let
of
it
these.
fool you.
I'm not gonna even
You're
comment.
still listening to reason.
Yep.
You walk down the steps. She's so cold. Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Yeah. This is definitely one I've done.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just
What
drop
makes you-
it.
What makes
Best
me
not
think I
to
can kill
risk
you?
finding
Maybe this
out what I
knife in my
can
hand.
do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Sure.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
You are legitimately a bird, dude. You got feathers.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is it,
Yeah.
isn't it?
It is heavily implied that the Long Quiet is a bird.
I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
Kinda. That's all they gave us.
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over? It's over. Don't get all worked up.
That was too easy.
We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse?
I really don't think you should do that.
What? Do you know something else we don't know?
And why shouldn't we?
I mean,
Is there something you're not
a
telling
little
us?
bit.
I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
I'm saving.
You lean down and wrap your hand around the blade's hilt. But as you begin to slide it out of its resting place, you feel a sharp and sudden jab in your side. What was that?
I guess I won't be dying
Oh.
alone after all.
Quick, let's get out of here. It's too late for that
oh
now.
gosh.
You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded princess twists a blade of her own deeper between your ribs. As you fall, she falls with you, exhausted by the effort, the little life that was left in her eyes fading rapidly.
And Blue Griffin's like teeth.
An eye for an
teeth.
eye. A life
I
for a
remember which
life.
one this was.
I guess we're even now. See you around.
You were so close. Why did you hesitate?
I didn't hesitate. I took the knife out.
Doesn't matter. At least you managed to take her with you. For whatever that's worth. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Okay.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path, is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin
I know which
is a
one this is now.
princess. You're here to slay her.
I have
If you
done this
don't,
one.
it will be the end of the world.
Okay, no.
Don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
This whole thing's a crock of shit. She's just going to pull a knife out of nowhere and stab us again.
Stabbed to death? Well, you won't have to worry about that. The princess is unarmed.
I don't believe you, narrator.
Yeah, that's exactly what you told us last time. You said this whole thing would be easy, but after we sank our blade into her heart, she just got up and started stabbing us.
Calm down. I assure you she has no weapons, so there's no reason to fear her. You were made for this job.
I've
You'll
definitely
do just
done
fine.
this route before.
A warning. She will lie.
We've done this.
She will.
He couldn't
Stop.
be more on
There.
the money. But we're really doing this, aren't we? I'd say you're lost, but I'm stuck here with you.
We know what to look out for this time. We know to be careful.
Just stay focused and you'll be fine. The interior of the
Oh,
cabin
God.
is a jagged mess of warped wood and broken boards, their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement.
Starting to wonder if maybe we
You'll need it if
should
you want
also
to do
have the
this
heart rate
right.
monitor for this game.
No.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
It feels a bit better to have a weapon in our hands. Let's make her hurt for what she's done to us.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall. The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
That's right, scraping. I told you she has something, I told you.
That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head. Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
There is something so wrong with that voice.
Really?
Yeah, she thinks she's better than us, like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time.
As you descend the final step, the
Yeah,
form of the
this one
princess
more.
comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room. I wonder if she remembers us.
Finally, somebody! Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down.
If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed, after all.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
Sure. Oh, God. I can just leave. I was gonna say, let me save again. I'm gonna save her here over that one. Just gonna say screw it, say the princess.
The princess falls silent, her smile unwavering as you charge across the room.
Okay, she hasn't pulled out a knife yet, and her hands are still behind her back.
I think we can do this. I think we can win. We just have to strike now, but make sure you keep your eyes on those hands. I don't trust her for a second. But your focus is broken by the horrible sound of metal slicing through meat. Whose meat? Not ours, right? Hers at first, then yours.
Hee.
How? What did she even hit us with? You stare down at your chest and at the long, thin blade she impaled you with. And then the red, angry slit along the flesh of her thigh, where the blade had been nestled just a moment ago. It's still lodged in her leg, emerging from her knee, hinging up and out of her body like some extra
maybe
metallic
see why
limb.
this particular princess is called the Razor.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Absolute bullshit.
You're going to die now.
With a twist of her knee and a painful squelch, she does just that. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh. We got
You're
chapter
on
3.
a path in the woods.
Yep,
No,
some of these have a
We're gonna
chapter
have to
3.
keep doing this over and over and over again. We're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin. What? The interior of the cabin is sharp, a constricting mess of curved and battered sheet metal pushing you towards... Wait, excuse me? What just happened? What did you just do?
I feel dizzy.
Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now?
The circle's getting smaller and smaller. Running isn't an option anymore. We have to fight.
Yeah.
Good. It's
Maybe
better
the
that
narrator
way.
doesn't
Without
hold
a
it-
fight, no one
doesn't
can win. And
hold
if
as
no
much
one
sway as
can
he
win,
thinks
then
he
nothing
does.
has any meaning. Great. So obviously you've already been here. How many times? This is our third? No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realize that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction, right? That can't be right. That's too much responsibility. Nah, impossibly high stakes make the fight so much better. Let's just stay focused, shall we? The only furniture of note is a bent metal table. A pristine blade perched. We take it. Okay, sure, you take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It's difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
This feels right. We just have to keep our senses sharp.
That's right, we've got to be able to win eventually. We will win eventually. Hell, we might even win now. That's a fighting spirit I like to see. You could all learn a thing or two from this one. I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but
Hey, Catman.
how are we supposed to get down there?
Howdy.
You walk through the door. You do know what doors are, right? There isn't a door, there's just that mirror. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore.
I can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel. He might be right. Could be a trick. If our other senses can't feel it, then we can't trust it.
If it's in our way, let's just break it and move on. You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Just
I
reach
love
forward
the
and
voice
open
of the
it.
stubborn so much.
Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess. You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. It creaks open. And the mirror's gone. How surprising.
It was never there. Just an illusion.
Let's just get to the princess already. I didn't care about the mirror before, and I care about it even less now. Guess it's time for us to see her again. Just stay focused and you'll be fine. You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom.
Your body tumbles onto the basement floor and the form of the princess comes into view, standing at a distance. She gives you a wry smile.
Hi. It looks like you don't have a way out. so I'm not going to play dumb anymore. But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
She's got another thing coming if she thinks we're going down easy again. Pride makes us dead. The only thing that matters is survival.
Actually, does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it. We just need to find a way to win once.
Nothing bad has come of it yet.
Plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin. The people there mattered.
The past isn't real. There's only here and now.
Your internal
Oh, God.
bickering is cut short by the wet sound of slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain
Yeah.
clatters to the floor.
Yeah, we probably
She's
should have
loose,
given a gore
She is
warning.
coming for you.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
I'm not going near you.
Shit. She's coming for us and I'm out of ideas.
Yeah. When running with scissors goes too far.
No, that's a terrible idea.
A win's a win.
I don't remember what I.
Screw it, we've
what
already
I did.
died twice. What's a third? A third is a third. It's bad. Who cares?
Fine. You raise your blade above your head.
Oh, I didn't know we were killing ourselves. Okay.
Oh, this is new. What are you going to do? Are you really going to stab yourself? Neat.
Oh, I-
Wow, this princess is so.
Then you skewer yourself.
Ow.
Are we still here? Can we not actually off ourselves? Boo! Huh, that didn't do much of anything. We're tougher than I thought. Oh, a new one of us. I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die? Nah, we'd know if we died. Right? You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you?
I think we're dead. And that's all we'll ever be. Dead, 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 dead.
Oh, Voice of the Broken's back. Fun.
Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're
Yeah.
extremely
Sometimes they come
not
back.
dead.
Certain
This
voices
is all
come
horribly
back.
wrong. How many times have you been here?
This is 4.
No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances. Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her.
Remember,
We don't need
Shuka,
any
this
other
is a
voices
love
chattering
story.
about in here.
Oh
It'll
God.
just
How is
confuse
this a
us.
love story at this
All
point?
we need is to keep fighting.
It's
Yeah, I'll pass on that.
As long as we keep moving.
complicated.
Who cares about getting better than her? Let's do something weird. Like, really, really weird.
Come on, show me something new.
I'm gonna try flirting with her? Sure. Let's see how that goes. Doesn't work and she kills you again and again and again and again. Your memory blurs as your consciousness leaps from life to life to life, holding only snippets of the conflict that transpires.
Compliment her on those gleaming blades. There's nothing better than a capable woman.
She skewers you.
You're cute.
Oh God.
Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps.
I forgot about the voice of the spitting.
It's all the same.
She skewers you.
Oh, don't give up on me just yet. You gotta keep going.
Do you see that? We almost had her. That was luck. But we only have to get lucky once. Just panic. Flee. She skewers you.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up.
Uh-huh.
Okay, let's go again.
She's going to kill this body either way.
She skewers you.
Oh, I didn't mean to double click that.
Ooh, not bad. Real tough.
See? We're getting better. Okay, yeah. That was a good one. Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm sure she'll listen to reason.
It's kind of crazy seeing how warped this version gets every time.
Yeah.
She skewers you. We're getting close to something, can't you feel it? One last time. You're right. One last time, that's all we need. None of this is working. Think. She skewers you.
Man, this route
Then
really
everything goes dark.
encapsulates how I feel playing a roguelike like Hades. Like, dang it, try another angle.
Oh.
Your Honor, don't lose your head. We're in the cabin and we'll take it.
Everything feels like it finally fits, doesn't it? We're up here, which is different.
I think this is one of the only routes with a chapter 4.
And our steel claw is already in our hand.
Ho-ho! What if we throw it out the window? Over my dead body.
I mean, you've died how many times at this point, dude?
That won't be very hard. We've died a lot. But I can't say I mind anymore.
Besides, what better way to die so very
Voice of the
many
Smitten,
times
what the heck?
than at the sharp hands of
Yeah,
a
did you not notice him
beautiful
before?
woman?
I'm sure I can think of a better way to die.
They're all the same, really.
How about we stop thinking about horrible ways
This
to die?
guy has got a
Don't
bad
let us
sense of,
accidentally manifest anything.
this guy's a bad case of, split personality. Pickled Cucumber 10 says, no, you're supposed to slay the princess, not get slain by the princess.
The only thing we're gonna manifest is finally.
I mean,
ending
thanks
up
for
on
that
top.
411. I could have not guessed that. Could you, Crimson?
No, not at all.
There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is. Yeah, leave it to the pros. We'll notch up that win in no time.
Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover.
Oh gosh, I hate the voice of Smitten. I hate him.
Fine by me.
Yeah.
You walk to the door and onto the
He's
basement stairs. Only
basically
it's
just
more
a
of a
simp.
slide. We know. Fine. I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along.
No, it's fine. It was a joke. It was a joke, Pickled Cucumber. It was a joke. Right, Crimson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're joking.
We're joking. We need some jokingness in our stream.
Are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs? Or this room or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this.
No, you're not, narrator. Nobody cares about you.
Don't care. Just want to win. Fine. You make your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I
Man,
thought I'd actually done
the fact
it.
that we
I thought
resonate
I'd
with
cut you into so
someone
many
called,
pieces you just weren't able
the
to
voice
stitch
of the
yourself back
cheated.
together. But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's
What?
good even. I like that.
Why does she sound like Pinkie Pie slightly?
I got
She's very
something ready for you
Pinkamena-like.
while you were gone.
Yeah, I was
Do
just
you
gonna
want to
say.
see it? I'm
Again,
not going to wait for an answer.
We're
I'm just going to show you.
pony mod of
It's
Slay the
worth it,
Princess
though.
Len.
Just you wait, and not for very long.
and
because
each
I'm going
version
to do it
is
right
just
now.
a different pony.
Do-do-do.
Like it starts with a nondescript
You're gonna say
alicorn,
what she does.
Yeah.
and then just changes into a different
Do you want me to talk?
series established character with each route.
Well,
That would actually be
she
kinda
says she has
cool.
something new.
Yeah.
I
Oh my
want to
gosh,
hear
the
about
people
the
who
new
do
thing.
modding are listening to this or watching it, please do that. Make a mod for My Little Pony for this.
Yeah, me too.
I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing. Really?
I will say it
Okay,
is
then.
kind of harder to mod a visual novel.
Here we
Yeah.
go. Now.
At least I suspect it might be harder modding a
Princess's
visual
skin
novel.
Oh, God.
splitting into red blooms of raw meat as it stretches and tears. Then she becomes a wave
Oh,
of
right.
blood
You
and
get to
viscera,
see the
pieces
Razor's
of her
final
splattering
form.
against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades. A heart beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
Are you ready for what comes next?
No, not really. Don't want it now.
Holy shit! She's gorgeous.
Smitten, why?
Absolutely divine.
I told you, the Smitten is a simp.
You need new eyes, dude.
Yes, behold the perfect woman.
Oh gosh.
Do you think we can throw her out the window?
Yeah, I'd like to see you try to throw her out the window with all her blades.
That looked
I mean,
painful.
I am... Okay, Stubborn is a bit different. He's just...
But Stubborn is also a simp too.
I mean, not really. In
Not
this
to
case,
the point of smitten, no.
No, he's not
How is
interested
she
in her
still
romantically.
alive?
He's interested in getting a good fight out of this.
Skeptic, why is that your first question?
Heart's still beating, that's all she needs. This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up. She doesn't even have a back anymore.
I mean,
how are we supposed to stab her?
I would also ask how it's still alive when she's literally a skeleton made out of knives.
Hate existing. We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it. All right, what just happened? It's so quiet.
Him too.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
You do not act, and yet through that inaction your body moves on its own. The princess strikes as you approach, but as her blow finishes its arc, you are already somewhere else.
You're incredible.
Your weapons clash again and again, you and her entering a rhythm free of that and free of self. Oh, free of thought. Not that. That's thought. And free of self. I can't read.
Add this to the counter of
Shush!
Orca can't read.
Shush! There's only one.
No,
There's
it's
only
not.
the dance, the ebb and flow, the shifting of the tides back and forth between you. The deeper you fall into your play, the faster your hearts pound, and the faster the momentum volleys between you. An endlessly building crescendo, and then an opening. Your blade strikes free of volition. I can't read. And hers strikes too. Both strikes are lethal. Neither of you will survive, but neither of you fear what's to come. This is a good ending. Are we sure this is a good ending?
Yeah.
You do not see each other die, nor will you ever see. Nor will you ever. It's time you leave. Memory returns.
Yeah, that's what's supposed to happen. You're supposed to hear memory returns as you approach the mirror again.
You do so.
That's how you. Yeah.
Silence as you reach towards the glass. It's time for you to see what's in it. You've grown. That's what the freaking thing is?
Yeah. Well, the first one was called It's You, and now you've grown.
You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You're at the cabin.
Flickering lights in empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before.
Yep, another piece.
Poor Hans having to hold all those blades.
Whenever you are ready, I
Yeah?
will wipe your slate clean once again.
Yeah. If you're up for it,
Is a
we can try
child the
one
same as an
more.
infant?
I'm down for
I
it.
am an unbroken pattern.
Yeah.
But every vessel gives fresh perspectives.
You want me to tell you what to
and
do
carves
this
new
time?
avenues of expression.
Yes, because I'm curious to see
I
what
am
will happen
different.
next.
But I am the same.
Let me see. Which route do I want to send you down?
There is still much to be seen.
Let me
Neither of
look
us
up
know
the
depths of
routes.
our being.
Okay.
Real quick.
Perhaps
Actually,
at
maybe
the
we
end
could
of
just do all of the
this,
different
I will be
routes.
the one to kill you.
You remember which ones
Yeah,
we
that
did,
might-
right?
Perhaps we will leave this place together
Yes.
and find new horizons to
Let me see.
discover.
Chad,
Hold on.
how do you feel if we just do all the other routes in this stream?
Slay the princess.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you?
Okay, all routes.
You are the only thing
This
I
should
know that
help.
isn't me.
This should help me see which ones we've done.
Okay, Pickled Cucumber says they're fine with us doing all the other routes we haven't done.
Sick. Let me
I will long
trying
for
to
your
find
return,
one that
but
has
it will
a-
give me time to reflect on what I
vessel
am.
paths. This is what I want.
We will
Okay,
meet again.
so far we've done the tower.
I'd say let's do the routes that we have, Pickled Cucumber, because you joined in at a point when we already did a couple different routes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're at chapter 1.
Yeah, let me read off the list,
You're
and
on a
I'll check
path
off the
in
ones
the
we've
woods.
already done.
And at the end of that path is a
Okay.
cabin.
And just
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
basically say this now. Some routes lead directly into others.
Yeah.
Okay. So I wonder if I should make like a Google Doc to keep track of which ones we've done.
Yeah, probably. Please do.
Yeah.
I mean, we want to
Virgin-
redo. I want to redo the first one that we did.
Yeah, the tower.
Yeah. What was the one to do the tower again, so I can at least start that while we're doing this?
I think
You're here
I remember
to slay her.
you got possessed by the narrator, and you ended up stabbing her.
Okay.
I do know
You
that
make your
what
way up.
leads
A warning.
into
She
the
will
tower.
lie. We're not
I'll
going
try
go
to
through
do that
this,
first.
Right? Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's
Yeah.
talking about. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The
I do
blade
remember.
is your-
Hold on.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult. The door to the basement, her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. Don't let it fool you. It's
Let
all
me
part
go
of the
to the
manipulation.
Yeah. he's-
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good
yeah,
luck,
I think you
hero.
said, "Hey, I think I'm down here to kill you."
You walk down the stairs
Yeah.
and lock eyes with the
I
princess.
do remember that.
She's so coldly
So-
beautiful.
All that matters.
She focus on the task at hand.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
And all you really need to do is steal your nerves.
This one?
Steal your nerves. Drop the blade.
You step forward.
Do all the
your
dialogue.
grip on
Examine the
blades tightening
chains.
as you steal your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? I'm probably
Yeah.
chained up in this basement for a reason, right? So, you should just drop it. Best not.
She's unarmed.
And then
If you hesitate now,
attempt
it'll
to
be too
return
late.
attempt to return upstairs, and then after that,
The blade tumbles
select
out
slay
of
the
your trembling
princess
hands and
and
drops to
twice,
you.
and then choose to
Maybe
give
now
up.
we can just talk.
Choose to give up.
Okay, what do I do next?
Against your better
let me see where
judgment,
you
you step
just dropped the
forward to
blade.
speak with the princess face
Okay.
to face. Unarmed will
Just
be fine.
maybe talk to her a few times.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship. Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Note the lack of detail.
And then
You can't trust
once
her.
chapter 2 starts, the only thing that matters is that you pledge yourself to her.
Okay.
And then you'll be sent back to the Long Quiet.
Too long.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
Actually, I wonder if there's something after that.
Say okay, we've talked enough.
Actually, there is a separate route from
this?
No, from the end of chapter 2.
Okay,
Don't just tell her that.
That's cute. Do you believe that? If I'm supposed to be
just
capable
talk
of
to her
ending the
as many
world,
times
then
as you
how did
want
I wind up here?
until you
chained
find
to
the
a wall?
option to examine
Have they
the
told
chains.
you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have your best interests at heart.
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We could figure out how to deal with them after I'm free.
examine the chains, right?
Mm-hmm.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug.
Tower
on, I
can
just
lead
guessed.
the two chapter 3s. Oh, it can lead the two different chapter 3s?
Mm-hmm.
Well then.
They're large and heavy, far too solid for
I'll
you
be
to
right
even
back. I just gotta
imagine trying
grab
to
something
break
real
them
quick.
apart.
Okay.
I'm guessing you don't have the key.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked...
Well, you do have that big, sharp knife.
She speaks with almost complete... If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure you attempt to make your way out of the base. Is someone else here? Your shouts and you're here. You try the door. I'll repeat my... You make your way easier for everyone.
Yeah, the next thing
I
it
heard the
says
door
to do
slam,
is slay the
the
princess
knife.
and
You
then give
won't
up.
like what...
Save the princess.
No,
Against
slay.
your better
No,
judgment,
this is
Oh,
the
yeah.
one. Yeah, this is the one
place
I.
the blade
This
against
is the
you
one I
cut
did before.
into her flesh.
Yeah. Yeah, you have
The
to
blade is sharp, and you
get
make
her
quick
out
work of it. She didn't
first.
so much as utter... Free from her bindings, how is she...
Thank you.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just as
I
the
think both
princess
options
approaches
lead to the
way.
same
Please
result.
watch me. You bring the blade down. Okay. There's no going back now. Though the blade left a deep gash in her shoulder, she barely so much as flinches, turning.
Are you serious? I don't know what came over you, but if we're doing this, I guess I'll have to kill you. Do you think I need both of my arms to do that? I can beat you to death with one. But I don't have to tell you that. I'll go ahead and show you.
I gave up afterwards.
As the blade falls from your trembling, you fall to your knees. Then every blow is as punishing as if
Same
we're
thing we
lucky.
did
Yeah.
before.
Too weak.
She places a confident. Her knee falls to your... It can't just... I'm sorry. Everything goes dark. And you die.
Okay, here we go. The tower.
Your honor, you're here.
I'm gonna go straight to the cabin. I don't want to go through all that dialogue again.
She will lie. We might as well just... Can we tone down the I'm not being a pessimist. You're being annoying. Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic. I agree. Rescue her. So please.
If that's what you want. What do we don't... You take...
Are you gonna pledge yourself to her and just get the same thing we got last time?
Yeah,
Or
just
are you
Door to the basement.
just do the same thing we
Still her
did.
boob.
Is that a guess?
You
Yeah.
won't. You need to get... Should we? It doesn't
Hey, it's Chrysalis again.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and the princess tower.
Oh, look, it's your favorite version of her.
Almost glowing in the weak. The
Yes,
chain is
my
nothing
queen.
to her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder you brought that knife again. Even though you
Yeah, sorry.
drop it.
Josh Scorcher just asked me a question about the Pathfinder campaign we're in, and I was just answering those as quick as possible.
The blade slips from your fingers and clatters uselessly to the floor. We didn't have to
I think
do
you
that.
dropped it last time.
Well,
And yet you did.
no, I did the same thing that I just did.
She's so much more
Yeah.
than us.
Yeah,
Oh, I
I'm
understand
saying you
what's
think you
going
dropped
on.
it last
You'd
time.
better snap yourself out of it.
kneel.
No.
But
I
the
do
words
anyways.
don't leave your mouth. Instead, your legs buckle.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk? The last time we met, you told me I could
Yeah.
feel its fun.
I think it's implied this one
It's
has some
time.
sort
That
of
gives away
mental
the game,
control
doesn't it?
over you.
Does. Why? She's right. We've died. He's being mellowed. Well, I'll be damned.
Get through
Hope
this,
the
please.
stakes-
We've done this dialogue.
Your will was so easily broken.
do have
And
one
all
for
you
you
need to do
this
now
next
is
time.
break my chain.
Okay.
This is what you want, then I guess
Called
there's
the
not much
Spectre.
else for me. No, you can't just.
There's still something. Is that
That's impossible.
Oh wait,
yours? A
actually,
shriveling
let's do an
little
easier
worm
one
stretched
to do
No,
first,
No.
because
That
Right.
scream!
Because
Sheesh.
Without
there's
And now we
an
supposed to do
easier
that?
one that literally just has you ignoring everything the narrator says from the beginning.
That broke her chains, right?
Yes.
Her chains shatter, and the cuff falls from her wrist.
What a good disciple you are.
I took her hand.
Yes.
She's gone. Is that a?
Right. And then you can just go back to the beginning as soon as you meet the version of her.
To the beginning, like...
Yeah, like the very beginning. Like you can ignore all the dialogue options and just get you withered.
Wait, how do I just ignore all the options?
I think you just scroll down to the bottom and you can just say make me forget.
I am a growing core. All of.
I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Okay, here we go.
You're on you're here.
Yeah.
Just go straight to the freaking cabin.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Hold on.
Oh yeah, right here. I was like, I couldn't see that option at first.
You
I was
make
like,
your
oh no,
way
it
up the
took
short
it away.
path to the cabin.
I
A warning.
was gonna say
Before
there's an
she
easier
will
route where
lie,
you
she
ignore
will
everything.
cheat.
he
She will
says.
do everything in her power to stop
I'll
you
do
from
that last.
slaying her. We're not gonna go
Okay,
through with
okay.
this, right? She's a
I can
princess.
at least
We're supposed to
I can at
save
least lead you down the
princesses,
one I
not ignore
initially
him.
did.
Oh, okay.
Because you go roughly the same route you did with the razor.
The interior of the blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Take the blade, right?
Yes. Take the blade.
You take the blade from
You
the
just
table.
you just go straight to kill her. You don't check on her afterwards.
The door, her voice.
Or retrieve the blade after.
She sounds. Don't let it fool
Just
you.
walk away.
We've done multiple routes in this game. Pickled cucumber,
Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down. She's focus on the task.
Yeah,
And
don't.
there you are.
Yeah, no
Are
talking.
you here to kill me or something?
You step forward.
Oh, I'm probably chained up. So, you should
She's unarmed. You lunge forward without a mo. You feel flesh easily give way.
Oh, this is it. isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm almost
Just
embarrassed.
don't
Do
examine
you
her
actually
body
believe
or
this?
take the blade after.
She's convinced.
Yes. Even as she lays there dying. But it's over.
But is it over? Really?
Oh. It doesn't have the other options.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, it'll do that sometimes.
Yes.
Because those two already lead
over.
to a route you've already done, and the shifting mound wants you to bring something different.
Okay.
With your work done,
So it
you make
highlights
your
the
way
only
back up the
option
stairs,
you haven't taken
closing
yet.
the door to the basement behind you.
Why do I feel like we've done something terrible?
You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience.
But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
Let's see, what's your...
Only a world saved from
The greater
certain
good.
doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them.
That's not fine.
You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy.
How will we be safe
You'll
here?
be
We have a
happy.
dead princess in the basement. What do I do?
I'm trying to think. You can... There is an achievement if you just agree with him.
Okay.
Like if you do the oh, okay.
I'm so glad you're keeping an open mind. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
Psst. Hey, we're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
Of course we are. I like it here. I like the seclusion. Does it matter what I do or no?
You can do the first one to continue it. If you want to get the achievement.
So this one?
The top one, yeah.
Are we really happy? Or is he just telling us that we are?
Maybe I'm not happy, and I'm not just saying that because you're the last person I talked to. Or no, we're happy, I'm sure of it.
Just go with the no, we're happy first.
This one?
Really?
Trust me.
Well, if you ever change your mind, just let me know, I guess.
More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is. Not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning.
Sure about that.
Please shake yourself out of it. We have to get out of here.
The little voices' pleas fall on deaf ears. Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist. Happy. Forever.
Yay!
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
What? Okay, so just do this one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now
Because
to lead into the
I
next
have an
one. You have
idea to get us out of here. Though
Yeah.
you're probably not going to
That's
like
just
it.
that's kind of like the joke ending.
I love the hand-drawn ending card.
The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this.
I don't want to know how you're going to go out of this with the blade.
I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out.
I mean, we already know that,
Do you hear that?
at least in this
It
game,
wants to take
death
this
has little
happiness away
consequence.
from you. It
Yeah.
wants this wonderful place to end. Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
Which one?
Hold on. You have to you have to wait for me to catch up.
It says, don't you dare.
Just do that anything to get out of this hell.
Thank you.
All right.
I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate?
Wow, thanks for calling me an ingrate.
Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. The princess's body is
Oh,
dust
God.
and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it. You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die. The end.
Yeah.
Nice knowing you.
Okay.
Okay, so for this
You're on
next
a
one, you'll
path
go
in
straight to
woods.
the cabin
You're
again
here to slay.
and take the blade and enter the basement.
A warning. She will lie. She won't.
There are a few ways you can go after this.
Okay.
The interior of the cabin. The blade is your implement. It feels like a...
Okay.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a
Oh yeah,
weapon.
I still have to make the Google Doc.
Into the basement.
Yeah. Okay.
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air.
Okay.
The very building itself
let me see.
feels dead. If the princess lives
This-
here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Tower.
The room below is
I'm
silent.
trying to remember the ones we've done so
Nobody's
far.
here. Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and
Tower,
see.
the prisoner, and
As you
the
descend
razor.
the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain. Okay, she's definitely dead. It's just like I told you. Before you have a
Okay,
chance to finish
so-
your thought,
Oh, hi.
the top of a head appears from underneath the floor.
So you have two options you can do.
Two deep
One will lead
set
further
eyes stare
down,
up at
and
you,
the other will
followed
just
by a
lead to another
mischievous
ending.
skeletal grin. And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head.
And
Wait, this isn't right. What's
One
going
of those
on here?
options will lead, and one of those options has two other options.
Oh.
It's weird.
Wow. How absolutely terrifying.
Just let me know as soon as you get to another
What's
choice.
the
That way
ghost
we can
supposed to
discuss
do
what
to
we want to
us?
do next.
Okay.
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I had some issues with how our last meeting went.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you. Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin. So she has a body, and she's right there.
That means we could kill her.
I will
again.
say the first time I did this
we
route,
wanted
I was
to.
actually petrified whenever she came close.
Okay, alright, slay the princess, wait and see how it plays out.
Let me see. Okay, so the first choice you have is to try and slay the princess again, and it'll lead to another path. Or you can wait things out, and that'll lead to into a shorter ending.
Let's do the shorter ending, because I actually have to get ready for the other stream I'm doing with,
Yeah, that's fine.
yeah.
And we can continue this another time.
Once we will end that, then I will just end the stream by picking the just walk away, don't do anything option.
I see you
Yeah.
got that annoying knife again. So, are you waiting for a chance to use it? Or are you here for something else?
Yeah. Yeah.
What should I do? There's so many options.
Hold on. Yeah, hold on. Let me think. It just says to select anything except for killing her outright for a while until it comes to an option that says let the princess possess you.
Leave her in the basement. Because she's a ghost, I can't really do much.
Not yet.
Okay.
Don't choose that yet.
Explore.
Yeah, do
Okay, team,
do
I'm
as
out of
many of the
ideas.
We could
as many
always try
as the explore
violence.
options as you can.
It's worked for us so far. She's a ghost.
Mm-hmm.
Who says ghosts are immune to violence?
The entire existence of ghosts says that?
Common sense? There's nothing common or sensible about common sense. Action and observation are the only things that matter.
Yeah, the whole point of the
Fine.
cold, the
Then let
voice
me
of the cold, is that he's
observe
supposed to
the
be like
acts
the
of killing her and killing ourselves
an
haven't got
emotionless,
us much of
kind of
anywhere.
like a serial
We're
killer.
still back in this cabin. We're still dealing with her. Only now she has a good reason to hate us. I suppose you have a point. Do you have any ideas then? We could always ask her what she wants.
Oh, for the love of... Don't do that. Whatever she wants, it will end the world.
And is that really so bad?
Yeah.
Yes, it is by its very definition bad.
But those are the only options, aren't they? Violence or doing what she wants. Or just leaving her down here. Though ignoring a problem is rarely a solution, is it?
All right.
You don't look dead, killer.
Yeah. Keep asking her.
The princess grabs your wrist, a sudden shock of cold flowing all the way up your arm.
And
her
unless you
eyes
see
still fixed on
an
yours
option
as
that
you try to
says
squirm out of her grip.
let her possess you.
And you don't feel dead either.
She lets go and pulls away. Your fingertips tingle painfully as the chill subsides.
I'm less interested in why you are, or how you are, and a lot more interested in what you are. I've tried to leave on my own. Before you came back to me, I explored every inch of this place, even the spaces between the walls. But I never found a way out. I always wound up, I just want to go home. I'm so cold and alone here. But you can come and go as you please, can't you? So, let me hitch a ride. After all, you own me.
Sheesh.
Absolutely not. Is she asking if she can
So
possess us?
this is the
She is. And I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen. It would be catastrophic if she managed to escape this place.
you can.
And if you let her in,
But
there
the
is very little
way to the shorter
anyone can
route
do
is to
to
let
stop
her possess you.
would she be able to see
okay.
us if we went along with it? Now, isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face with him. I wonder what she would have to say to the one who wants her dead so badly. You won't like how things play out if you go down this path. The princess swims through the air in front of you, pausing for a brief moment as her dark-rimmed eyes stare deeply into yours. There's a hunger in her
sounds
gaze.
great. Do it. Let the princess possess you.
You're really trying to make it up to me, aren't you? Thanks for
Alright.
being a pal, killer.
So,
I mean it.
I'm not sure which way
What are
is
you doing?
quicker
Don't just
because
let her
when
in.
I did
How
this,
many
I
times do I have to tell you?
basically helped her escape.
See you soon.
Oh god, that face.
Actually,
She rushes
this
forward and
one's
then she's
kind of
gone.
cute. I'm not gonna lie.
Why is
Sharp
it cute?
chill spreads across your body. It
I mean,
starts in
when
your
her
chest,
face
a
isn't
freezing
scary, you
numbness
know what I
flowing
mean.
out from your heart,
Sure.
No, just
all
this.
the way down your limbs.
No,
your
I mean
mind
it.
growing cloudy and confused as it settles over your very soul. I'm not sure I like this. Can we get a do-over? I'm afraid it's
I
too
came here
late
to help
to
you
stop
out, and
now.
here I am being
The
judged.
numbness gives way to a stabbing pain, your muscles twitching and convulsing violently,
Alright, so
each
you
involuntary
can choose
movement causing
from
more
here
waves
if
of
you want
agony
to
ripple
kill her while
across
she's
your
in her
body.
while she's in your body, or escape.
You collapse to the floor, and everything goes dark.
Come on, you. You've got to get up. I know everything feels heavy right now, but we still have to get out of here.
Your eyes flick back open as you get your bearings, your vision swimming as...
So this is what it's like to be you, huh? Disembodied voice narrating your every move?
So, it doesn't work like that for you? Clearly it doesn't, or she wouldn't have commented on it.
All these shards of broken glass on the floor. Are they also supposed to be you?
Hey, I'm not a shard of broken glass,
It's okay. You can finish your thought.
I'm a voice? I'm me, is what I am. Who cares what we are? We exist. That's all that matters.
You don't have to fight. We'll all be out of here soon.
No, it matters. What we are matters. If I'm a shard of broken glass, then that raises some questions about certain other voices in here too. I'm clearly the same thing you are.
Yeah, it's
They're not listening to me. Do they not listen to you either?
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about him. You don't need to know what I am. You just need to know that I'm different from you. More important.
So, you're the one who pulled the strings and made me dead. I can tell you don't belong here. You're barely even there. Like the shape of something left behind. You're more of a memory than a person.
That's rude.
You're kind of like me, actually.
I'm just going to ignore her. You push yourself off the ground. The princess is nowhere to be seen. Obviously, she's nowhere to be seen.
Because I'm in here with all of you. Everybody knows that.
I'm setting the stage. The room is empty because you made a spiteful, idiotic, and all-round foolish decision.
You don't have to let him get to you. You're better than that. You're starting to make things right.
This is infuriating. Just whatever you do, you can't leave this place. It's not too late to fix this. Probably.
see what I mean? This version of her is actually kind of encouraging. If
Leave?
it's up to you.
Your legs, weary with the weight of the princess's spectral form and
I
clumsy with the cold
personally
that still
left,
pervades them,
but-
stumble towards the stairs.
I'm just trying to get home. You don't have to act like it's the end of the world.
But that's exactly what you leaving this place is going to be.
You don't know that.
I do. Wait,
If she has a home to go back to, doesn't that mean that her leaving won't end the world? It doesn't mean that at all. It could mean that wherever her home is, it's outside of the world. Yeah, but it has to be somewhere, doesn't it? And if it's somewhere, then it's part of the world. I suppose it's all a matter of perspective. Where does the world end and something else begin? Does the destruction of one open a door to another? Or is it the same world reborn?
Yeah, this game can be awfully existential at times.
Yeah, really?
Voice. For how much you hate her, you aren't doing a whole lot to stop us from leaving this place.
Maybe the bossy one doesn't actually hate me. Maybe he even likes me. Or maybe he just knows that he's been in the wrong. Maybe he's trying to make amends too.
I don't trust you.
Not at all. I'll have you know that I do hate you, and I will continue to hate you for as long as I am able. It's just the weight of it all. It's
I know
too
we were
much for me to
joking
do
about it
anything
earlier, but I
other than
kind of
describe
want
and
to
dictate.
draw out a version of Slay the Princess with MLP characters now.
Yes.
And wine. This body wasn't made to hold you and the princess. If you want to renege on your cataclysmically terrible decision a minute ago, well, you're the only one that can make that happen.
It's all that's infecting my mind now.
You continue slowly.
I'm just
to the
trying to
door,
think of
your
what I
feet
would,
like lead
of who I would
across
cast
the
as each
floorboards,
version.
growing heavier with each.
We're so close. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If we get out of here, I won't even care that you murdered me anymore.
That's a nice thing to say, thank you.
You lift your shaking hand and rest it on the door handle, but you pause before you open it, exhaustion sapping what's left of your will. Was exhaustion really the best you could muster up? It's over. There's no use stalling.
Like, I definitely want Pinky to be
Let's
the
see
razor.
what happens next.
Yeah. This would be Fluttershy.
Shit. But exhaustion wasn't
Yeah,
enough, was it? The handle clicks as you twist it, and then the door groans open.
Maybe like you said, Chrysalis
Collapse to
as
the ground.
the tower.
You and the
Yeah.
princess, free from the confines of the cabin.
Who would be the prisoner?
As you exhale from the effort, you look up and see.
Sunset?
Maybe.
Yes?
Nothing. He's gone, and so is everything else.
So we did slay him after all.
Imagine
He
if
had
it was
company,
Tyrek.
I suppose.
Oh god, no!
But what about us? Are we just stuck here in nowhere forever? Did taking her out of the cabin really end the world? We're still here. Yeah, but that thing you said earlier.
And I
are
wonder
we
if we
not
can
part of the
actually
world
get
anymore?
like MLP
Are we in
voice
some
actors in
world
on
that
this
exists
too.
after the world
Oh yeah,
ends,
or just
on top of the
VAs
other
from
world,
like
but not in
YouTube.
it, or
Yeah.
have we
Dang it,
never-
this is such a cool idea. Why did you make my brain go down this path?
Okay, I've heard enough from these
We should
two.
talk. We should talk to
Let's hop
Scribbler
on.
about this.
You're messaging her.
Or Lost.
If you do, you message them.
I can't message Lost. You
I
feel
can't
a lightness
message
in
either
your
of them.
chest as a pair of sunken eyes emerge from your body and stare up at you.
Oh, you actually freed me, didn't you? I'm outside. Thanks for giving me a second chance, killer.
Don't mention it.
I think
When she's, you see what I
this
mean though?
is
When
meant to be.
this version of the princess just looks happy, she's actually kind of cute looking.
Yeah.
She's gone. And is that a...
Yeah, let's get done with this. It's the same dialogue.
Yeah. All right, just tell me when you're back at the beginning. And then we'll wrap up by just ignoring the narrator.
Yes.
There's a world beyond
Yep,
the endless
you're
walls of the long quiet.
Unraveled.
Do you know what
That's
we'll
what it
find
said.
out
That's
there?
right.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Okay.
No, you won't. No, you won't.
Alright.
I'm just gonna ignore the narrator.
Why not, when we get back to the beginning, we save one more time?
Okay.
You're on
Just
a
to make
path
sure
in
we
the
don't
woods.
lose our place.
Right there.
Yeah.
Okay, we're
You're
gonna
here
ignore.
to slay her.
Yeah.
Turn around and leave.
Seriously? You're just going
Yeah.
to turn around and
We
leave?
just keep doing that
Do you even know where you're going?
throughout this first chapter.
Hold on. Wait, what do I do? It's not giving me another option.
I think it's quietly continue down,
Away from the cabin. Okay.
yeah, away from the cabin.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it.
And just keep finding
Ignore
those
that
type
annoying
of
little
options.
voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Again.
Really keen on wasting
Yep,
everyone's
just
time.
keep
aren't
walking
you?
away.
Your silence is deafening. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Oh, the second one right here.
Hold on.
Where's this? Oh yeah. Well, I guess I start walking in a different direction again. In fact, I'm going to keep trekking through the wilderness until
Yeah.
I find a way out of this place.
There's always a choice.
Yeah.
Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will. And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the
Oh,
leaves.
the audio is going all weird.
Mm-hmm.
But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of
That's a lot of
light.
cabins.
In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
Wait, what's going on?
But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths
Yeah.
or cabins appear
Just for
around
context,
you,
this is
you're
the
just
first
going to do
route I
whatever you
did.
can to shirk
Oh,
your
God.
responsibility
Did
because
you
you
want to
care
see
more
what
about
happened?
irritating me than you do about the fate of the world. You've doomed us all. You know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
The end. No, what?
Hold on.
You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of that path, you're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the
Yeah, this has a chapter 2.
Stay in the woods forever.
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Yeah, you can go to the cabin from here.
Just silently proceed to the cabin.
Whichever.
A warning. Before you go, she will lie.
If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar. Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it. Let's keep an open mind. The
cabin interior is
Oh gosh.
wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors,
I forgot.
all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that
Yeah, I
the seams
know
are never
that
quite
effect is so
visible enough
trippy.
for the place to make any sense.
Just whoop.
The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust, or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending
Also, I should
monstrosity
probably
anyway?
look up at some point what
No, we're
Black
taking the
Tabby
knife.
Studios
Have you seen this place? I've
statement
already told
is
you
on
what you're
doing
dealing
mods of
with.
this
You're
game.
dealing with a princess.
just to be
How
safe.
many times do I
I
have
don't
to
want to step
explain
on their
this
toes.
incredibly simple and straightforward premise? You can't just say that. And when everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let
Oh,
fear
wait, I
creep
just
into
had an
your
idea.
heart.
Oh no.
You cannot
Kira-
lose yourself
Kira can be the
before you even
narrator.
get to her.
Okay, no.
Oh, you've piqued
No,
my
Discord can
interest.
be.
What's going to happen
Oh,
if we
Discord would.
lose ourselves?
Oh yeah, Discord would be so much better.
Yes.
Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together. Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm. How? Even if we close
Also,
our
it doesn't
eyes,
matter
you're
this time if you take the
constantly describing it
dagger
to
or
us.
not.
I'm not. Yes, take it. What you're saying.
Oh my gosh, you guys talk too much. Just enter the basement without it.
The door
You
to
have-
the
What
basement
in the
creaks
world?
open, revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable
Yeah, this is Discord in a
materials.
nutshell.
Nothing here seems to belong. And the closer you examine your surroundings,
Yep.
the more confused you
Choose a
get.
path.
Your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down. The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
No, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die. We don't even have a weapon. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we... And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success?
Blue Griffin was just about to suggest Discord.
There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Yep. You can choose whatever route on
You
this
step
point.
onto the center staircase. You concentrate on where
just
you
wanna
are.
get through
So
this.
you take one, but no matter
Yeah.
the direction it goes,
You can-
it certainly is
Yep.
the most
Left,
true
right, or
path.
center, all
You know that
goes
much.
the same way.
You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears. Physical sensations dull and then vanish. Consumption and betrayal.
Can I help you?
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was
Oh,
at
yeah.
the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was a
This
trip.
is definitely
But now
the
it's
most
over. Time to
eldritch
get back to our old
route.
devilish ways. The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here. And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just...
Oh yeah, just keep talking to her.
Princess.
See what happens.
You can call me Princess, if you'd like.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? Again? Have you been here before? Should we tell him? Nah, let him stew.
Yeah.
Right, I'm
Also,
telling him.
Yeah,
I'm trying to
we've
think of
been here before,
what I should make
but
this one.
we never went to the until.
Who should play this one?
It's hard to describe. Until the only thing we could see was the same cabin. It seems to me like whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever. Ooh, new plan. Let's see.
There must be something wrong with you. I'm the same as... Oh, what's that supposed to mean? Are you trying to get under my skin?
She fractures. I don't like where this is going. Neither do I.
Let's see if we can make
do
even
that?
more of
Where
it.
would we start? Can we even leave this? Well, that's where the blade is. I don't think we're going to be able to put her back.
Kind of hurts to think about it, doesn't it? It's like everything we say just multiplies her.
I feel like I'm missing out with this whole skip dialogue.
It
yeah,
certainly
it's
looks
also
that way,
because
so
we're trying
please,
to
for the
just
love of
get
everything,
to the
stop asking
ending
her
end
questions
of the
and stop
stream,
stalling.
which keeps getting longer.
Yeah. For the full experience, you can always, I don't know, pick up the game yourself.
Probably stuck down here forever, aren't we?
Plug.
There's no way out, and barely a way in. Sometimes I feel like I'm being pulled apart too. You're not really cut out for this, are you? Is this a quiz? If you... But you know, right? Don't be
I will
coy.
happily
You
show
both know
this
why
game.
I'm locked away here. I'm a monster, and the second I get out of this place, I'm going to end the entire world.
This is reaching its breaking point. If you don't act now, there will be nothing in here but her. Take a deep breath and focus up.
But how do we decide what to do? Can there even be a right choice when all of them are so different?
Stop overthinking it. Your drifting thoughts have clearly been part of the reason this situation has gotten out of hand. If you're trying to do the right thing, there's only ever been the one option, and that option is slaying her. Just do something. Do anything. Do all of it, if that's what you want. This place is hell, and it's only getting worse.
Wait, that's not right. Go on.
You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening color. You find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to languish alone. Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess.
But this... We can't...
Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now.
No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time?
It's luckily for all of us. Nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart. I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and the others, they just don't fit. They just don't fit. We can feel them
Oh gosh.
in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
We should help her. I think we did this.
How surprisingly sincere.
I didn't actually think our actions had consequences.
It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
What do I do?
Hold on. Again, the delay. The delay in me. I'll do my best.
She's gone. And is that a mirror?
And she's gone.
You are nothing at all.
Okay.
Oh, I see a bird head. I see the bird head,
Wait.
D.
Wait. Oh. This is actually going towards the actual ending. Like the actual full ending of the game.
I think you know
Or one of
what
them.
I am.
Destroy the mirror? If this is the end of the game, I want to just do this.
Yeah. You can ask him as many questions as you want
A construct.
before
It
all
was
the
supposed to keep the two of you
disappear.
trapped here until the job was done. And it was supposed to guide your hand to help you see things through. The construct you're in exists in every world at once. Any time you failed, any time you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both you and her into a new world. But you're waking up to your true nature now. It won't be able to work like that anymore. I do.
Are those
People out
teeth in
there
that
are
beak?
weak.
Yeah, they are.
No matter what you do to them, no matter what you enable,
Yeah.
I want you to remember that. The narrator. Yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far. You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death. By slaying the princess, once she's gone, everyone will get to exist exactly as they are.
I'm just gonna destroy the mirror.
Yeah, go ahead.
The narrator is right. You are the long quiet, a vast and sent god, and it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. Okay. Okay.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
So, the quickest
It's
way is
been
to
so long,
just go along
and my
with her.
heart has
and-
ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Yep, this is the Shifting Mound's full form.
So this one?
Hold on. Again, stream delay.
Oh,
you have
sorry.
to. You have to wait for me to play catch up. Okay. I mean, you can ask these questions if you want.
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Hold on. What I did is the last one. I think it's time for us to leave this place.
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final peace lies with you.
You fall into yourself. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel a sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here except for her is you. You Feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonized tension to a finite plane. You can feel the gaze of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
I love you.
Okay. I mean, there's only one option.
Yeah.
All at once, the unyielding tension breaks. You are free, and she is with you.
It's magnificent.
There are no words, no thoughts to describe absolute reality, something that simply is. You and she step forward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which contains 1,000 more. You exist and you are aware, just as you have always been, and just as you will always be. Though conflict is in your nature, and the two of you will never be alone, and the two of you will never know fear, you and she are finally home.
See? I told you this was a love
It
story.
was so weird to tell it first.
So, what did you think of Slay the Princess?
It was weird.
But did you like it?
Yeah. I didn't know that one was the actual end of the game. I was just like, oh, okay. I just want to click end.
Yeah.
Like, don't listen to the narrator at all. It'll be fine.
I mean, what better way to end the stream, honestly?
Finish the game. The good ending doesn't count. I love that. It's funny. Okay. I might take a screenshot of this so we can, take a picture of it.
Just going to put down. In case you ever decide to revisit this.
I probably will at some point on my own, but...
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just adding that to the list of routes you've completed.